how you doing? Sorry, that was a bit loud, especially first thing. I'm so sorry. Not first thing in the morning, just first thing in the stream, basically. How you doing? So it is Wednesday, the 6th of May. It is the day before my mama's birthday, and we are back in the studio, and back with Channon Bailey, who I chatted to last night over email. He loved the tracks that we did yesterday. If you were in on the session yesterday, then you will know what I'm talking about. So he sent over 2 awesome songs that I recorded too, and in the second of the 2 songs, there was this little happy accident. It was actually a mistake that happened, definitely on my part. If you watch back literally the last live stream that I did, you will see as soon as I did it, I was like, I hate myself right now. But when I listened back to it, it actually sounded cool, and I was really in a tiz about it. Like, you can see it because I talk out loud my thoughts, which sometimes can be to my detriment. But he basically just was like, well, I said to him, everyone in the room was going, we like it, keep it, and in my heart of hearts, I was going, I know, me too, but it's not what I intended, and there was this whole rigmarole going on inside. But anyway, I emailed him, and I said, look, I sent it over with the mistake, the happy accident. I said, look, this happy accident has happened. So don't feel like, just so you know, that wasn't the intention. However, I really like how it turned out. It's really hot. And he came back and he's like, love it, keep the happy accident. Well happy with that. So, happy days. Who have we got in so far? Oh, we've got Jed's in. Hello, Jed. How are you this afternoon? I hope you're keeping well. I hope that it's as sunny in Manchester as it is here in Harlow. It is blazing sunshine. It's not like blazing hot. It is pretty hot. I mean, I've just taken off my jumper and I'm a cold person. So, it's warm, but it's not roasting yet, although it's looking well on the cards for that at some point soon. I just wanted to... I should have done this. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I just need to look up a name because I forgot to get this name because I wanted to tell you about. And now I've just crying out loud. Emily, you're an idiot. Come on. La 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 la. Okay. I think this is it. Yes, this is the name that I needed. Okay, cool. So, I want to talk to you about today. Okay, first of all, hold on. Let's just see who's in the room. So, Jed is here and Nathan's here. Hey, Em, just got your email. Thanks so much for taking the time to reply. Nathan, forget about me thanking me. Thank you for that incredibly kind, wonderful, couldn't have been a nicer email about the live stream that I did on Monday. I was so terrified before I did it. Like, honestly, I've been so stressed out. Like, the days leading up to it, I was so stressed out. I don't know why, because obviously I do these live stream things, but I think because it was more structured, and obviously I'm fine with rambling, because it's just like, it's like word vomit, but when I'm trying to be concise about stuff, I can find that quite difficult, and I just wanted to make sure that it was valuable, and you weren't sitting there going, Emily, shut up, what are you talking about? So thank you, Nathan. Honestly, that message, and I have received other really, really wonderful messages just saying how much value people got from the webinar, so that was really cool. So I did a webinar on Monday, and that was about remote recording, the business side of being a remote recording musician, and how that looks, and the best things to do if you're starting out or you're in the early days, what you should be focusing on, things that should be in place. So I did that on Monday. I'm doing another one this coming Monday. That's going to be at 6 p.m. BST, so if you want to come be a part of that, you're more than welcome. I will type into the chat what the address is, but it's basically emilydolandavis.com/webinar. Yeah, because I don't know if people watch back, I'm not sure that they see the chat. There's me being really old and out of date, but that's okay. I can deal with it. So, right, let's talk about today. Let's talk about today's song. We're back with Candy Berlin, aka Channon Bailey, and he's from Lakeland, Florida, and we're doing the 3rd song of 3. We have another session booked in actually in August to do 3 more songs, but the one today is slightly different to the other two because oh, Jed says, I'm great, thanks. It's lovely, nice and warm. Yeah, it is. Isn't it such a nice day today? So the song today is different from the two that we did yesterday because it's slightly more electronic. I know that there was synths involved in the last song, but this one, the drums that he sent over are very electronic, and to the point that they even have tones on the drums. So I did ask him about this because I was like, dude, so let's just talk about this track tomorrow, because obviously your guide drums sound like electronic drums and I'm not going to be able to replicate that. I said to him, is it that you are looking for acoustic drums as well as these electronic drums? Do you want me to snap it all to the grid so that it's all like just right in there, or like what's the vibe? And he basically said, it might be. I mean, that would be great, but if your instinct takes you somewhere else, then go there. Basically, that's basically what he says. So go with your instinct, and if it means that it's going with the electronic drums and it's snapping to the grid with those, then great. If it's not, and it's going completely acoustic, raucous, whatever, then great. So he basically said, it's great either way, just do what you do. And I was like, wow, I love you even more. And the fun thing about this song is that it's actually going to be a duet with the singer, I think he's the singer, he must be, from Electric Six. And that guy's name is Dick Valentine or Tyler Spencer, depending on how you know him. So that's really exciting. I really like Electric Six. Honestly, I only know the two big hits that they had, and the second one I can't even remember right now, but that... So I played it a few times in covers bands. Great fun to play. So that was Gaydar. That song was wicked. So yeah, that's kind of the sketch for today. Yeah, he kind of just said, do what feels good, which I love. That's my favourite thing for someone to say to me. Just do what you do. I'm like, okay, cool, I can do that. Carl Bayless is in. Hey, Ham sent you that Green Day Kids in America link via Messenger. Via Messenger. I'm sorry, I'm not on Messenger ever. Oh, and happy Wednesday. Woo! It's Wednesday, isn't it? Yes, it is Wednesday, 6th of May. Are you going to tell me some clever Star Wars pun that I didn't know about on the 6th of May as well? Because I would like to know that. If there's one on the 7th of May, I'd like to know that too, because it's my mum's birthday tomorrow. So if anyone knows a good pun for that, that would be cool. But Star Wars related, of course. Looking forward to hearing this. Yeah, me too. I haven't heard the whole thing. I heard a little bit just now when I was lining it up, and he's doing more of the vocal, like points of reference for the sections. What would you call that? I don't know. Anyway, it's funny and I love it already. I'm already like, love this guy. Nathan says, yes, exciting stuff. Looking forward to going on this musical journey with you today. Well, I mean, what better way than to just start doing it then? So let's go for this. Do I need? Okay. David's in as well. Aloha. Aloha. Yes, love prompts. Yeah, they're so good. They're so good from Channon. He's got a great voice to just say these prompts, and he smiles when he says them, which is fun. Yeah, Carl, sorry, I to get back to Messenger, Facebook Messenger, I do not check. I just can't keep up with all the different ways. Carl, can you email me the link, and I promise I will listen to it because I'm well interested in that. I'd completely forgotten that you'd said about that, to be honest, yesterday, but I will listen today. Right, okay, let's switch to me and the iPad, and let's listen to this. Let's mute you in here so that it doesn't go bonkers. Let's do that so it doesn't spin. Pencil is here, so we are ready to go. Okay, so this song is called Burn on the Dance Floor. Oh, so if anyone wasn't here when I was saying about yesterday's session, he loved them both. He loved them both, and I kept the happy accident that happened in the second track, and he loved it, and I was so happy. I was so happy. So kudos to you guys for giving me the confidence to just go with it, go with my gut. You could see my turmoil of like, oh, I really like this, but it wasn't what I intended. but it sounds really cool. But does it sound cool? Anyway, it turns out it does sound cool. Burn on the dance floor, or dance floor if you're from Manchester, like my good friend Jed there. Okay, right. So yeah, let's get going. So like I said, the guide drums are very heavily electronic. They may be staying, they may be going, but I'm just gonna see what happens basically. So let's start this.
Drums are coming in now. This is the verse. Now the chorus. Little riff section. Now we're going into verse and 2. Now the chorus again. Synthy solo section. Now let's bring it down with the bridge part. Now we have 2 choruses to end this.
Okay, so love that. So different from all the other songs, which is awesome. So my ears are really locking on to the synth, which again it did on yesterday's songs, weirdly. But I think, what do I think? I think those drums are so fat sounding. I think they probably, not that I'm the producer, I'm just playing drums, they should probably stay in. However, I'm going to put them low in the mix and I'm going to play to them. And I think when those synths come in, da 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 da, I'm going to bring in the hats on the 8th notes, which is what I have written somewhere. Yeah, here. Now, the question is, oh, first of all, I want to check that.
Little riff section.
Right, yeah, so that goes up. I think before that, they just need to be either, well, I think for the intro and the verse, nothing, no hats. So let's just, no hats. And then chorus, quarter note hats. So it's keeping really tight. And then we go into a bit more of a slushy. Gag, 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 gag. And then maybe when it comes back to the verse, maybe back to quarter notes, but maybe not. Maybe it will stay eighths, just tight, because these will be a bit open. So slash. And then the chorus should be that. That should be the eighth notes.
Now the chorus again.
Yeah, so that'll be open. And then when it comes to this middle solo section, so the synth comes out. There's something telling me that that needs toms, and I don't know why that is, but it just needs it for me. And I know that that's random, and they're not. I don't think they're going to come in at any other point aside from that. And then when it goes back down. So nothing, just kick and snare, and then add the hats, which are eighth notes. No, four notes. And then go back to those eighth notes. Really, I tell you what, it's like. It's almost like. So in the like early 2000s to the late 2000s, you know that kind of indie sound where for the drums at least. So okay, the reason that I'm saying it like this, I remember working with a band who basically their whole thing for this one song that we were recording was like, I need you to play like you can't play. And I was like, I don't understand what you mean. And it's that indie kind of like, not traditionally trained to play the drums, just like almost like you have no dexterity in your wrist, and you play with like the shoulder of the stick, and it's very like it's very brash, it's very blunt and almost offensive, like just like I can barely play sort of thing. I mean, I ended up actually playing with my left hand just to try and get that feeling because I wasn't able to do it at the time. It was a long time ago. But I think that's what this needs, that kind of very almost angry, but like an angry teenager. I think that's how I want to play those sections, like where the eighth notes come in. So, and like I said, I'm not sure why I want to go to the toms in that one section, but that's just like my whole body went toms, obviously. So, as you can hear, the drums are in there quiet, but yeah, very quiet. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna do my usual. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna do 3 or 4 takes, 2, 3, 4 takes, depending. And I've just realised I'm wearing a Radiohead t-shirt, which I guess they had their sort of angsty indie moment when they did Pablo Honey. So I'll have to channel my inner Pablo Honey for this. That actually makes sense. Wow. Who knew? Right, let's just go to the chat real quick. Carl Baylis, there's the link then. Tom's, yes. I don't know if you sent a link on the chat, but it didn't come up. I think they're a bit weird about you putting links on the chat in YouTube, I'm not sure. Or maybe you emailed me it, in which case that's awesome. Thank you. And Nathan says, edgy. Yeah, totally. Like that edgy indie thing. It was very of its time. It was very cool. And now if you're putting it with this, with like the electronics as well, and it's going to be a duet with the Electric Six guy, I think it's going to be really interesting. Like I'm down, I'm sold, like absolutely. Right, so let's do some takes of this. I'm going to switch you over to, do you see how long my hair's getting? This is bad. Not bad. Look at that. I look like Krusty the Clown. I'm going to go in, I'm going to do 3 takes, and we're going to see what we can do with this song, but I am super excited about this song. I'm going to switch you over, and I will be back in about 3 or 4 takes, so about 10 minutes or so. Alright, see you shortly.
Drops are coming in now. This is the verse. Now the chorus. Little riff section. Now we're going into verse two. Now the chorus again. Synthy solo section. Now let's bring it down with the bridge. Now we have two choruses to end this song. Drops are coming in now. This is the verse. Now the chorus. They're coming in now. This is the verse. Now the chorus. Little riff section. Now we're going into verse and 2. Now the chorus again. Cynthia solo section. Now let's bring it down with the bridge. Now we have 2 choruses to end this.
Is that not just another awesome song? Oh my goodness, that is so good. That is so good. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I can hear the duo just going down so well. So I'm going to need a bit of a drink. My watch thinks that I've been running, which is great. Which means that hopefully I get to eat more calories later. More chocolate. 18 minutes apparently, that was a workout. And Nathan says, yes, love the crescendo ending with the sizzle of the hats to ring out. Yeah, I don't know. It just felt right. I'm so glad about that Tom thing. That, to me, sounded right. Right. Whatever that means. To me, it sounds right. Right, just save that. Let's save a new alternative. Always remember to save a new alternative so we can go back. Right, comp. Let's do a comp. I'm so excited about this song. Ah! And I really enjoyed the electronic drums. So it may be that we keep them in. It may be that we take them out. Maybe a bit both. Who knows? Because I was not copying exactly the pattern some of the time, but sometimes it was quite nice when the electronic drums were doing something I wasn't. Anyway, let's just listen and then we can go from there. Let's get that click out of there.
Drops are coming in now.
Did you like that I put the toms there at the intro there because, sorry, I don't know why I'm turning Irish because I've got Irish family, because then it links to that middle 8 when it breaks down.
Drops are coming in now.
So that then goes out when, in fact, I'm going to take out the guide drum, the electronic drums just for now, just because I want to hear it in its purest form.
Drops are coming in now. This is the verse.
So, toms out, so we can just hear the verse.
Now the chorus.
So it's kind of a semi-slushy hat. Sorry, I'm probably shouting. It's quite loud.
Little riff section. Now we're going into verse 2.
Bring it back again.
Now the chorus again. Then the solo section. Now let's bring it down with the bridge.
I like to do with a little fix.
We have 2 choruses in this.
I really like that. I really like that. Like that. What a song! That's such a cool song. I love it. Yeah, like I said, it's only one little bit in the middle which I can fix. I think, which where the toms just sounded ever so slightly off. But what are people saying? Carl Bayliss, best thing I can say about the toms is that's what I heard in my head before you played them. Yes, I love it when that happens. Nathan says, yeah, the reoccurring theme then out of the way for the vocals. Yeah, it's difficult sometimes if the vocals aren't already in, because obviously I'm sort of just anticipating where they're going to be. I could be completely wrong, but I'm hoping that 22 years of playing songs is going to help me. Hopefully. Ha! Jed says, electro song with a slightly rocky edge. I love it. It's a wicked song. It's so good. Nathan says, I know we're all sitting here nodding to it in time. I hope in time. Goodness gracious. It's our one job. That's what I always say, and it's so true. It's our one job. Okay, right. I'm going to flatten this. I don't see any reason to use any other take, to be honest. I'll tell you what. The only thing that I'm slightly just intrigued about, but I don't think it's different.
Riff section.
because the hat I think was slightly more close. No, they weren't. Nah, that's just, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but that's just the take to me. Like, I don't want to change anything. I really like it. Apart from that one little tom bit that I will fix in a second. So let me just flatten and fix. We can fix this all in the same one. So flatten and fix. I know you can't see this window, but I'm just making a new alternative so that I can come back. Right, let's flatten this. So no edits. Honestly. So, that was the really interesting thing yesterday. I will tell you about also. So yesterday, when I was speaking to Channon about the 2 tracks that we did yesterday, and I sort of said to him, I said, like, these all happened really quickly. So the first song that we did, I literally did 2 takes, and the second take we pretty much used, aside from the one little edit right in the middle that we used from take 1. But that was it, and it was just like, I'm happy with that. Like, I literally can't. And it, like, the whole session took about 40 minutes. It was bonkers, so quick. From literally start to finish, charting it, hearing it for the first time, bonkers. And then the second track that I thought was going to take, like, tons longer, it did take a little bit longer, but it's because we ended up adding lots of percussion. Again, did 3 takes, I think, and it just all happened. It all just worked. It all just fitted, even with the mistake that ended up being a happy accident. It was just like, that's done. And anyway, I explained this, and he watched back the live stream, because obviously he's in Florida, so I think he was asleep when we were doing it. But he just said it's so funny that it came so quickly, and it all came together, and it just made sense, and it all worked, because that's exactly, when I wrote them, it was exactly the same feeling. It just came together really quickly and really easily, and it just made sense. And I was like, well, thank goodness for that. It's just obviously a natural thing that's happened. There's certain songs that are just like that they just, it's almost like they already exist, we're just kind of articulating them. It's weird, it's a weird feeling. Anyway, right, let's have a look at this. I'll tell you what, I should have told you that whilst I was doing this, which is just doing the flex time, which is going to take a second. So if anyone wants to say anything, say hello or whatever, do it now, because you're going to have about 30 seconds, or I can just start chatting about something random. What can I chat about that's random today? What has happened today that's of interest? I mean, I've just been doing my usual thing. I've been editing my course, which has been going really, really well. I'm really excited. It's coming out on the 4th of May. Oh, Carl's giving me a long old message. This is a great one. Okay, tech question. Apologies if you've covered this before and I've forgotten. Do your mics go into an interface, Focusrite, etc.? Thinking of getting something and don't know whether to go for a mixer. My stuff literally goes into an interface, which is a Quantum, so it's PreSonus Quantum 4848. It's because it has 48 tracks. I don't use 48 tracks, but it's a 1U rack. And it's great. And what that means is I can plug in analog preamps into it. So I don't know why I'm looking at it as if I was about to count, because I know how many I've got 20 inputs, analog inputs, that then go straight into the PreSonus, which then goes Thunderbolt into my computer. But when I started out, I had a Zoom TAC 8. Hold on, I'll go get it for you, because I still keep it. In fact, I had a Focusrite as well. I'll show you exactly. So when I open the studio, let me just look at myself so I can see what I'm doing. So I had that. This is what I open the studio with. It's a Zoom TAC 8. It's, in the grand scheme of things, in terms of studio gear, it's very affordable. It has 8 analog inputs, as you can see, which can be line inputs or mic inputs, but you can expand it with ADAT for an extra 8 tracks. It's Thunderbolt, super easy. So yeah, for the first 3 years of the studio opening, this was my mainstay. In fact, 3 years. This was my mainstay, and I love it. I still kind of miss it because it's got an integrated headphone out, which my new one does not. which made life a little bit complicated, but it's fine. I'm used to complicating my own life. But I do keep this around because it's kind of like just in case, just in case I need something that will always work. And this thing is just brilliant. And for the money, I thought it was absolutely excellent. So it was around about 500 quid, I think, when I bought it. So just get something. Focusrite do a really good range of stuff. So the Focusrite stuff is good too. Very clean preamps. Brilliant. You can do the same thing. You can expand it. I mean, it just depends on what you want, really. But yeah, I'd say I don't even remember what your question was. What was your question? Do your mics go direct into an interface? Yes. I mean, I do have a patch bay in there that is that what it's called? No. A XLR box? It gets XLRs from it. It's just because I've got a separate control room to the live room. It's the only reason I have that. Otherwise, it would be going literally straight in. But all that is just an extra XLR cable per channel. Very sorry, I'm just going off on a tangent. As you can see, I really have limited knowledge when it comes to the ins and outs of the workings of the studio. I know that I have a system that works, and I know a basic level of why it works, and if things go wrong, how to fix it. But I don't know all the fancy stuff at all. I try and keep my life as simple as possible. And if you haven't got anything, Carl, if you don't have an interface, I'd say get something that then you can expand, basically, so it can expand with your studio. It's what I did. Definitely the best thing I did. So I hope that kind of helps a little bit. Naz says, hello, how is everyone? Hello, Naz, lovely to see you. We haven't seen you for a couple of sessions, so it's lovely to have you back. And Carl says, fab, thanks, no problem. I'm glad that it made sense to you. It barely does to me when I'm saying things. And Owen's here. Hello, Owen. Nice. Keep it going. Keep doing it, girl. I shall. Right, let's just fix this little section that I wasn't 100. It's not even, it's literally a couple of notes, I think.
Solo section.
There it is. Kick. There it is. Early kick. Maybe even the snare. I think the snare as well. Just a tad early. I'm talking minuscule. Yeah. And that kick drum is a tad early also. I think that's good. Yeah, I mean, look, we'll listen back to it once more, but honestly, I feel bad it's come together so quick. It's, I always feel a little bit guilty. But this happened yesterday. It was... And I don't know whether you noticed there, but at the end I ended up putting the bump, 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 bump on the kick drum as well, just to lift it for that last section, because I was really feeling like it's not lifting enough. I tried it on the crash on the first take, and it was like, it's a bit obvious, it's a bit, I'm a rock drummer. But no, I like that kind of just stick the kick in there to do that. I was sat here going, maybe I should add some percussion, but honestly, Emily, what are you thinking? I'll tell you what I wouldn't mind doing, hearing it with the guide / electronic drums in as well. Then we can hear how they interplay, and maybe we can do another version where it's all locked to the grid and just see how that sounds. So I'll save a completely different version. So I'll send him the version without the drums locked and with the drums locked, just to see. So Naz is saying tangents are always tangents are very freeing. You always have something good to share with us. Bless you, Naz. That's a lovely thing to say, but I'd have to disagree. A lot of the time, it's just me going around in circles in my head. Adam Hartdyke, hello. Listening on my AirPods during a spot of gardening with phone in my back pocket. Not very rock and roll, but hey, it makes the weeding more fun. That's awesome. What are you talking about? I mean, if you want to talk about not being rock and roll, I'm the queen of not being rock and roll. Crikey, I've been... Oh, so, yeah. I'm the least rock and roll person you'll ever meet. Nathan says you pay for the expertise, not the time. It's true, but even so, you know, when you just think, wow, that was that. I mean, to be fair, the reason that this has all come together, as I said yesterday, is because the track is good. Channon is a great musician, has recorded these songs incredibly well, and has just made it so easy for me to just react to what he's playing, and that is what I'm here for, and that is what makes this an absolute joy to work on. So let's hear it with the electronic drums, and if it's not sounding quite right, then I will do another version so that they are locked in with them, and that way I can send him the version if he's not going to use the electronic drums, and the version if he does decide to use the electronic drums. So that kind of makes sense. Alright, let's go from the top and just see how it sounds.
Drops are coming in now. This is the first.
Yeah, already there's some flamming going on, so that's fine. So here's the, so this is going to be, right, so let's save a new alternative. New alternative is no E drums, right, and then, is that what he's called them? No, he hasn't. I was working with someone who calls them E drums, so I've got that in my head. And with E drums is this version. Okay, so all I'm going to do, and this might be a mistake, don't matter, it's fine, is I'm just going to quantize everything, really. So, so we're going to do 8th note quantizers on, let's go that. In fact, what are the hats on there? Yes, they are. And should the toms be also? Let's see how it goes, and then see where we go from there. So let's hear it. This is going to be with the E drums, and then we can, yeah, so here we go.
Drops are coming in now. This is the first.
Oh, that was a flam there, wasn't it? Hello, naughty little snare drum. In completely the wrong place. We'll forgive you. You're still not in the right place. I don't know why that happens sometimes. It cuts at a strange place, and I don't know why. And I'm sure there's a good reason. I just don't know what that reason is. Still a bit funny. Ah, it's because the kick drum's with it. I think that's what's happening. Okay. Is it? No, it's not. Okay.
Now the chorus. Little riff section. Now we're going in the first and 2.
This really works as well.
Now the chorus again.
You can tell how much I like something because I make silly faces. The uglier the face, the more I enjoy it. see what I mean with the interplay. It's quite nice. Oh, something there. That is not in the right place. Oh. There we go. Oh. I'm using Final Cut Small somewhere. My shortcuts are backwards. Woooooohoo! That was fun. I like that just as much as the other one. That's what a cool song. What a cool song. I am happy with that. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I really enjoyed that so much. Nathan says 16th on toms. I'm worried because of all the frequencies that's going on. I feel like it needs to be quite sparse from the drums because there's a lot of different frequencies, and I feel like it's going to be too much, and especially since the vocal isn't even there yet. And obviously for me, obviously to me because I'm me, but for me, vocals is everything. So yeah, I think less is more with this, especially if he's going to decide to use the E-drums. Then it's just going to be like this kind of interplay with the mechanicalness of the E-drums with the liveness of like the hats and that kind of frequency and that way, and then we're kind of meeting in the middle of the frequency of the kick drum and the snare drum. Then the E-drums have got the frequency of the tones. I don't think I even soloed the E-drums, so you can't actually hear what I was talking about. Oh, come on in. So hold on, let's get rid of that. So check this out. This is why I was like, right, I need to ask about these E-drums, because, check it. So this is the E-drum track. There's so much going on there that I was like, I need to be so respectful of that. And then it doesn't change. Do you see that frequency? That's kind of that floor tommy kind of frequency. So I am not getting in the way. Yeah, not my style at all. No, I really like that. I'm a fan of that song. Then it says, I guess not, I'll get my coat. No, don't be ridiculous. It's music. Come on, it's subjective. It's art, you know. That, like, if you were here doing this and you did a 16th tom, it might sound awesome. And I'd be like, eat my words, eat my hat, eat the lot. Yeah, so, but for me, like, there's something in my gut just saying, nah, that's not the right thing for me right now. He might come back, hey, Channon might watch this back and go, hey, Nathan was right, get some 16th note floor toms on this track ASAP, it's gonna make it. And it might, you just don't know, like, you literally don't know. But as I always say, I have to go with my gut, and go from there, because I went with my gut the last two tracks with Channon, and boy oh boy did it work, and I can't wait to hear the end result, and I already can't wait to hear the end result with this one. So there we go. Jed says, wow, that was so good. Dude, I kind of feel the same way, and I don't mean that in some big-headed way. I almost feel like I'm outside of it, if that makes sense, and it's like, oh, I like it. Oh, that's good. I just happened to have played it, or played alongside the E-drums as well, but I'm going to send in both versions, I think. That makes the most sense to me. And then, oh, Nathan, I thought you would have to quantize to a 16th note. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so the reason thank you for saying that, because I was going to say this and then I forgot that I was going to say this. So what I quantize to really depends on the song, but I didn't want the, like, I don't want to sound like a machine. I want to be on the money, so I'm in with the machine, but it's all those bits in between that make us human. So if I'd have quantized to the 16th, it would have been everything on the grid. But if I don't and I do it to eighth notes, or sometimes even quarter notes, it means that all the stuff in between is human, and it has a bit of movement, and you know it still sounds like a person as opposed to a machine. So yeah, I apologise. I apologise for getting that wrong, miscommunication, for not understanding. But you know me well enough that I always misunderstand stuff, usually within my own head more than anything. So apologies for that, Nathan. I didn't realise that that's what you meant. Sorry about that. But yeah, and I love, bless you for saying great explanation though, me rambling on about something that you didn't even mean. Right, so I think I'm happy with that. And again, this has gone swimmingly. Maybe it's because all you guys are here. You're like my good luck charms, because I mean, some of you have been here for all 3 sessions. Thank you for that. That's really amazing. So I guess I'm going to send over both takes to the lovely Channon of Candy Berlin of Lakeland, Florida, and we'll see which one he prefers. I mean, to be honest, I just send him both, and then he can battle and make the decision. Because, in all honesty, I don't know which one I prefer. I know I really like them both for different reasons, but he can be the one that can battle with that. I'll just give him the problem. Right, so thank you again for being here. I'm just going to check my diary whilst I'm here so that I can tell you when I'm next back live. I don't think I'm in for the rest of the week. No, so tomorrow I'm taking tomorrow off. Well, not in the morning. I'm going to still do my work tomorrow morning, which is my course work. Not my coursework like I'm taking a course, as in I'm making a course. So I've got to do that in the morning. And it's my mum's birthday. So we're going to do a FaceTime party. Me and my husband are going to order some pizza. And we're all going to sit round and just chat and catch up and hang out and have a nice time. I'm very lucky. My family are pretty awesome. So I won't be back this week. However, I will be back next week. Monday, I'm doing that webinar, which I put in the chat. If you weren't here, just scroll up to the top. It's the 4th message on the chat, which is a webinar, a free webinar about how to run the business side of running a remote recording studio. So not the gear or anything like that. It's literally like the day in, day out stuff to make sure that the studio is running smoothly, getting clients through the door, all that sort of stuff. So if you want to be there for that, and there'll be a Q&A session as well, so if you have any questions for me in particular to do with that, be there for that. And then I will be back on Tuesday with the lovely Graham Wilmot. On Wednesday, I'm doing a charity track for a lovely lady named Charlotte Bibby, which I'm not sure I can talk about what it's for. I don't know, I'll have to ask her. And then we have a new artist on Thursday, a new client called Kamiko, who is a pianist, who wants me to do this kind of like jazzy, do what you want kind of thing. She literally was like, I just want it to be free. I mean, the song is even called Free. It's a beautiful song. She's got this wonderful singer that's going to be singing on it, but I don't have vocals on it yet. But it's a great piano track with some xylophone. Is it xylophone or is it glockenspiel? I think it's xylophone. So that's going to be a very, very different looking track on Thursday, but that'd be good. So yeah, I'm doing loads of live streams next week. So come join me. The Monday one is on Zoom. You have to register for that, otherwise you'll miss it. So go to that page. And then yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I will be back in. I'll let you know what time it will be. I'll do my usual sort of like mail shot out to let you know the times for the week. But anyway, I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. Have a lovely rest of your week. Have a lovely weekend. I'm going to go and have some dinner soon. It's 3 o'clock, Emily. You're not having dinner soon. I'm going to go and sit on the balcony in the sun and read my book. I'm reading a Haruki Murakami book. He's one of my favourite authors. And his latest, I think is his latest book, Killing Commendator, and I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing that right, is absolutely brilliant. It's about this artist living in the Japanese sort of mountains, and I'm obsessed with Japan, by the way, absolutely, with the food, with the culture, with the scenery, and oh, this book is just, I mean, his writing generally is just stunning. I've read it for many years. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with the rest of my day. But I hope you're well. And sorry, I'm just checking that no one's saying anything that I need to reply to. All looks good. So I love you. I'll leave you. Have a wonderful day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Lots of love, you guys. Mwah. Stay safe. Keep well. All right. I'll see you later. Bye. Bye.